Yeah, it's from Bullitt County south. And basically, if you can avoid traveling tonight through tomorrow morning, do so, because we've got that winter storm warning covering Metro Louisville, I-64, ice storm warning just off to the south. Here's evidence of some of that ice already in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Tyler Velker sharing that one here recently over the last half hour. Here is the mess of wintry weather moving right over the top of Kentuckiana. It's a mix of plain old rain south of the parkways, freezing rain from the parkways to Louisville, and then some snow mixing in over southern Indiana. The dark blue along I-64 Metro Louisville, that's the winter storm warning until 7 p.m. tomorrow. Winter weather advisory farther north, and then all of that purple area, that is the ice storm warning. That has been shifted just a little bit farther to the north. And what a mix we have right over the top of the city right now. We've got freezing rain, some sleet, and some light snow just north of the river right now. You go farther south, it's still above freezing, so just plain rainfall south of Elizabethtown over towards Campbellsville, Greensburg. That'll change as the cold air sinks to the south. More and more areas will switch to that freezing rain and sleet farther south of Louisville later on tonight. Some light snow in spots right now over southern Indiana. So as we look ahead here, here's that ice zone in that ice storm warning. And we do expect the best chance for some widespread power outages from Bullitt County down south to around Campbellsville. As we zoom in, here's some of the worst spots here around Munfordville, Litchfield, Sonora, Hodgenville, E-Town, Springfield, Lebanon, Campbellsville, shifting up to the north a little bit, all the way up again to Bullitt County near Fort Knox. Taylorsville, Bardstown could get around a quarter to a half inch of that ice. Lifting to the north, much of that ice is going to be done with pretty soon in Louisville. We'll start to add a little more sleet and some snow on top of that. Already almost a quarter of an inch of ice over parts of Metro Louisville. So our winter storm expectations from here on out, steady wintry mix for tonight. Travel not advised. A light ice and sleet accumulation left over for Metro Louisville tonight through early tomorrow morning, and more of that significant ice off to the south. Speaking of just off to the south, in that ice storm warning, our storm team meteorologist Alden German in Shepherdsville. How's it looking there, Alden?
Ben, things down here in Shepherdsville are looking pretty okay for the moment, but you're talking about power outages there just a second ago, and one of the concerns with that is going to be trees and how much ice could accumulate on those trees. Now, of course, when you have that ice accumulating on trees, it's going to make those branches heavier, can add hundreds and even thousands of pounds to the weight of those branches, which of course, if those snap off, they could fall on power lines, and those power lines can also stand the risk of snapping under their own weight just because of that ice adding thousands of pounds onto them. Now, within the last few minutes, the rain has kind of picked up here just a little bit, but those puddles on the ground are still liquid, and you can actually see the raindrops falling in them. It's kind of backed off here now for just a second, but those puddles are liquid for now. But as we go through the night and those road temperatures begin to cool off a bit more, you'll eventually see those puddles turn into ice, and that's what's going to really pose a problem for black ice tomorrow morning. So as you mentioned, travel is not advised, and if you do absolutely have to go somewhere, you're going to want to take it slowly, and especially watch out for bridges and overpasses. Those are always going to be the first to freeze over. I'm reporting live here in Shepherdsville. I'll send it back to you now, Doug.
Alden.